Namaste. My name is Colwyn, which in Welsh means flowing river. I am a contemporary mystic. When I was 8 years old, I used to drive my father insane. All I would do is ask the question of why. Even if I got the answer, I would still ask why, because nothing made sense in this entire world. Literally, 98% of it made no sense to me. It was the opposite of what it should be, and it still is to this day. My father would run from the room going, "He's driving me crazy." But I still have to ask why. And as I became older, I still wanted to ask why, because once again, I still needed those questions answered. As I became a man and much older, then I started to study the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Gnostic religions, the ancient paganisms and Wicca, the Quran, the Tao Te Ching. And then I studied all the great masters, Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Krishna, and just on and on and on. And I came to understand that literally all they were talking about was two very important facts. One, do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. And two, whatever God you believe in, love it and give it your energy, whether it's the goddess or the God. Later in life, I went to see a workshop at Celebrating Your Life, where I got to see Carolyn Meese speak on a stage. Now, Carolyn had said nothing I hadn't heard hundreds of times before from other different speakers, but she said it in such a way that it touched me, and it made me realize I could have had a V8, because what happened was my heart opened up and all the fear, the anger, the ego of me poured out, and what was replaced was divine grace, passion, and love. Wayne Dyer once called the ego edging out God, and it's the best description I've ever heard. From there, I started to do things like vision quests, sweat lodges, drumming circles, yoga, meditation, and then I got a calling. So profound I had to answer it. I went up into the mountains of Sedona, and for 40 days and 40 nights, I meditated, fasted, and prayed alone. It was the most profound experience I've ever had. The first 7 days, I purged all the toxins in my body. The next 20 days, I relived every experience, every good moment, every bad moment, things people did to me, things I did to other people, how I hurt them, how they hurt me. And when that was over, it was a blessing, and I thanked creating, because what it taught me was everything I did was a choice. And if I did it again, I would make different choices, but I didn't. So it gave me the opportunity to learn things. Oh, and the things I learned let me now know that I can come down and help people learn. After that was 10 days of sitting in front of a fire and fasting and just meditating and praying. And then my last 3 days, I got to knock on heaven's door. And those 3 days was connecting to creating God. And all we did was talk. What came from that was revelation. A revelation, a gift that I needed to share with all humanity. That you are not alone. You have never been alone. And that knowledge can set you free to experience and do so many things. When I came down from the mountain, I got to experience the capitalism, the corporatism, the fear of humanity. All the advertisements, billboards, sales, how fast we move. The opposite of peace is not war. In today's day and time, the opposite of peace is busyness. So I invite you to come to my website and experience more of this journey. My website is colwynspeaks.com. Other than that, I am going to wish you a beautiful, blessed journey. I'm going to wish you peace, compassion, love, and joy. I'm going to wish you all that you wish yourself and more. Namaste.